You know how I'm going to start this video off, but I don't know what it is. So I still have a few friends that I game with online, and I try not to get into politics. I didn't vote this year or last year. I didn't vote for Trump. I didn't vote at all. I've never been a Trump fan. He's a politician, right? Now he's a politician, so. But it's just funny. I still notice things in politics, so I sent this video that I'm going to put up next, and that's about as much. And I sent it to everybody. I don't think I sent it to you. I sent it out because it's just one of those things. It was just funny. It was AI, and it was about how CNN is always putting out bullshit. But also, so anyway, I sent this out, and this guy on my PlayStation list got super triggered, and then insulted me, and then let me just put that up for you real quick.
To our 5 CNN viewers, I'm Jake Tapper, First Order Fact Checker. We begin tonight with a disturbing report out of the Yavin sector. Intelligence officials are telling us that the terrorist group known as the Rebel Alliance, a fringe coalition of religious extremists and smugglers, has launched a cowardly, unprovoked attack on the peaceful Death Star. Anonymous sources close to the emperor tell CNN that this station was essentially a galactic housing project designed to bring affordable energy to the Outer Rim. Yet the radical rebel terrorists, led by the disgraced former senator and known white supremacist Princess Leia Organa, falsely claim it was a weapon. We are now joined by our chief imperial correspondent, Anderson Trooper. Anderson, what are you hearing from the core worlds?
The mood here is one of shock and outrage. Jake, I've spoken to several anonymous sources within the Imperial Senate who confirmed that Lord Vader was actually on a diplomatic humanitarian mission when his ship was aggressively boarded by these rebels. There is a lot of disinformation spreading right now. You have conspiracy theorists claiming the Empire destroyed Alderaan, but our fact checkers have debunked this. The official report clearly states Alderaan suffered a spontaneous planetary mining accident caused by rebel negligence. To suggest the Empire fired upon it is just baseless anti-government conspiracy theory.
Absolutely debased. And we're seeing reports about the ringleader of this latest attack, a radicalized white farm boy named Luke Skywalker. What do we know about him?
It's a terrifying profile, Jake. Skywalker appears to have been indoctrinated by a fanatical zealot named Obi-Wan Kenobi, a member of the outlawed racist Jedi religious cult. Experts say this Force religion is extremely dangerous, teaching young men to reject science and order in favor of ancient weapons and violence. Skywalker was seen associating with Han Solo, a convicted felon, smuggler, and tax evader who has been known to shoot first. These are not freedom fighters, Jake. They are violent deplorables who hate democracy.
I'm not. So I sent that out, right? I didn't check with anybody's politics, but I sent that out, and then this is the response I got. Bruno, are you trying to tell me something? Even though you move to Africa to marry a African woman, and have a lovely daughter within an African community, that somehow you're actually a MAGA, Fox News watching, corrupt, pedo, trash, Trump dick riding Republican? I just want to show you right here that I don't even subscribe to Fox News. I don't watch Fox News. I don't watch CNN. I don't keep on current events. I had to hear through a friend that we even invaded Venezuela. I try not to delve too much into politics at all because I don't live in America. You know what I mean? And I just thought the AI video was funny because it's true. And I'm sure Fox News probably does the same kind of crap. I don't get into all that. And that was the response I got from that dude. And so effectively ended our gaming friendship. And this guy had already told me that he has a disdain for white people. I connected the dots. I guess I sort of knew he was sort of liberal, but he also knew a lot of red pill stuff. And he was also a disliker of feminism, so I thought it would be safe to send it to him, but apparently he was an undercover, basically hates Trump, has Trump derangement syndrome, and everything he sees is through the lens of, I hate Trump, and then has the nerve to call me a pedo, trash, corrupt, yet I'm pretty sure it's liberals that like all the trans parades and all that. Assuming I was like a Fox News watcher, you know what I mean? It's just funny. People, and it's funny how there's left and right. I'm losing some friends here and there because of stuff like that. But I guess it's good I lose those type of people because they're crazy. This is a black guy who has a white woman, no kids. He doesn't want kids. I'm always suspicious of that kind of stuff because it's like, and then he kind of and plus I guess he's kind of like, he games all day, and he probably, just, typical, I'm a victim type black dude, and the white man is the oppressor. Just exhausting. And so, yeah, it's just kind of funny. So the power just went out, or as it does lately. Power completely out. So this is when we go take our walk. It's like 11 a.m. Well, recently the power was out all day. Today it'll probably be out, who knows, anywhere from between an hour and 15 minutes, an hour, 15 minutes, sometimes a couple hours. I don't know, I think it's because they're building this new area out here, so they're always constantly shutting off the power, so. You got your hat on? Okay, we'll be back. No, you gotta keep your hat on because there's mini soleil out there. Beaucoup soleil. Beaucoup soleil, and I want to keep you as white as possible. I don't want you to get all sunburned all the time. Let's keep that beautiful complexion of yours, okay? Gotta protect it from the sun. Oh, Rex, I know. He's going, gotta go sniff pee and go for a walk. Okay, Rex, relax. Tranqui, Rex. Okay, there's your, okay, you got your job cut out for you now. Chomping at the bit. Okay, here we go. Let's open this. Okay, watch your step. Leaving the comfort of the humble abode to the wilds of Africa. Already going, hey, come back here. There's a road out here. She likes to go this way, I guess, because she's got a little friend over here. Okay, let's go. Uh-oh. We have a friend on the street. Here we go. Bonjour, mademoiselle. Ça va? You lost the leash. Grab the leash. She just fell down. Grab the leash. There you go. Okay. Yeah, so this is my way of documenting my life up here. But more importantly, Bella's life. I wouldn't you give, because I was born in 1970. So I would give anything to have videos of my childhood, the relationship with my parents. Of course, I didn't have a relationship with my dad because my mom was a single mom. But I would love to have had some childhood stuff like, so I would have loved to have something like this when I was, like, I have pictures of me with my grandpa riding a dog up on his little plot of land he had there in Sacramento. I used to ride horses when I was a kid up at his place. It wasn't a perfect life by any means, but I would have loved to have stuff like this. So Bella, if you're watching one day, your daddy really loves you. I try to protect you. I do all the things that I can as a father. Like when I'm out here, it's so funny that when you're in a place like this, like there's snakes and there's wild dogs in some places, potholes in the road, walking on a dirt road. I got to protect her from mosquitoes because I love her. I want her to be safe. And of course, nothing's ever 100%. Like when I'm walking, it's so funny as a parent how, you're so protective. Like my even when I'm filming right now, I'm looking for snakes. I'm looking for potholes, wires, anything sharp she could fall on. I'm scanning around. I'm making sure there's no cars. Like I'm on a constant, like I just saw there's a motorbike way over there. So now I'm going to be, stop her right here. Okay, let's wait for a minute. There's a moto taxi coming. Hold on, wait, Rex. Just everything I can to make sure nothing ever happens to her. But even with all that, she's had malaria twice. She fell and bit her tongue almost in half. She's been sick many times. Africa is not easy. It's not an easy place to live. You know what I mean? Like There's typhoid running around. When she almost bit her tongue in half, I ran for like half a mile to go get a taxi to get her to the hospital. It wasn't serious. She was okay. It was a lot of blood. But it's just funny how I'm so alert to everything. I hear something in the bush. Okay, it's a chicken. Because with your love for a child, you have children, right? So, what I'm not saying anything new to you, but there's always dangers in this world. And if I wish my son, who I'm estranged with, knew how much love and care I had for him when he was a kid, even though I made some mistakes, but his mom pretty much ruined him having two parents. All of that, most of it, like 90% of that falls on her. I try to take responsibility for things in my life, but I just want Bella to have this stuff when she's older, if she ever cares. I don't know what new generations are going to do. I try to think about what I liked when I was a kid, or what I would have liked, and I try to recreate that for her. Bella, this way. Bella, this way. My first son, I talked to him one time and he goes, "Oh, you're a bad dad." I don't know. I don't know. Of course, I know there are some bad parents. I know that some kids get abused when they're young. They, live a life of poverty and all this other stuff. I know some bad things happen, but that's just life. And kids, when they get older, like even me, like I love my mom, and I feel for some of the things she went through, but she did a lot of stuff to herself. And I got her car coming. So I want her to know that, hopefully later on, if anything were to happen, I know guys estranged from their kids they don't appreciate anything that their parents ever did for them. I'm kind of the belief now that kids, I try to, even though I probably could, hey, this way, I could cut my mom out of my life, but I don't, because she's a human being, and I try to respect her as much as I can, even though I disagree with a lot of the ways she raised us. But I came out to be okay. Hey, this way. This is going on the wrong road. We're gonna go this way. I know that these dirt roads all look the same. Come this way. But I think it's good if kids could see life with their parents and what they went through. We go through a lot. I mean, having a new child, it's a 24-hour, never stop, super lot of attention. And essentially, this is like doing a first child all over again, because this is Michelle's first baby. We're trying to have another one. Who knows? Me being 56, and she's still breastfeeding, so we're trying to hurry up and have another kid. Oh, pick it up. So Bella has an okay life. I mean, I wish that I would have more years. I'm 56. In theory, this is the last opportunity I have to have more kids, being at 56, because I just look at it logically. In theory, it is late for a 56-year-old to have a kid. Obviously, I would like to have had more kids sooner. But in theory, I can live and raise Bella up to her adult years if I live to the average age of, my 70s. Who knows what could happen? I could die before then. But in theory, I will be able to raise her to an adulthood. And you lose your parents anyway, so she's going to have to see me die or live through my death in her early 20s. But, kids lose their parents. The natural order of things is kids lose their parents. I wouldn't want to go through what my uncle went through. My cousin who died at age 35, so he had to bury his son. He had a pancreatic cancer, and he died suddenly, like within a few months of finding out. So that is that's still a natural thing to lose a child. I feel for what he went through with that. I can't even imagine. Like, I tried to talk to him a little bit, and I told him, hey, man, I'm really sorry about our cousin. I didn't even know what to say to the man, because he buried his son. But it had been over a decade, and he was, for the most part, I think, past it. But he didn't really talk about it past me saying, I'm really sorry about our cousin, I'm sorry, and he just kind of let it go. And he talked about something else and had a little laugh, and we talked about something from the past, and he was okay. So I see he's okay. He's got an older son. I had a cousin who was super successful, Made a robotics company. So he has some success, you know what I mean? Like, but just going through something, losing your kid, oh, that is like my worst nightmare. Because I already lost a kid, you know, through divorce. That was bad enough. That was like a kid dying. It has some similar properties to it as far as emotions and, you know, things going like that. But, so I worry about that, you know, with Bella. But so far, 3 years in this relationship, 16 months of that, having a child, it's really made a happy time for me. It's like the happiest time I've had in decades. It really has been a energizer. Of course, I still, you know, every day can be a grind, and but I'm really enjoying this time with Bella. It really has kind of healed me in a big way, you know, having another child. And a lot of people online, a lot of guys are, I don't want any more kids, and you know, but I just don't see any other way. This fulfills my urge. I guess, you know, I try to kind of, there's some of my this way. We don't want to go in the grass. Come on this way. Let's stay on the dirt. Rex, this way, Rex. Rex always wants to take short. Yep, come on, we'll go this way. It really has served a selfish part of me of, you know, wanting to be a parent and having something to live for. A lot of guys talk about, oh, what their purpose is now. When you have a kid, man, that really gives you some super energized purpose. Maybe it doesn't energize me in a lot of other ways, like I don't really care about making money because I have enough, and I want to eke out a lifestyle that I live under, you know, a certain budget and be okay. And I think it's better when kids aren't spoiled anyway. I don't think I would, of course, I know it's easy to say, I don't want money when you don't have any money, but honestly, I have enough to live. And this way, don't go in the grass. This way. So I know it's easy to say, oh, I don't want lavish lifestyle. Of course I would. You know, I would love to have $1 million. Can somebody give me $1 million? Sure, I'll take it. But I think it's better when kids aren't super spoiled, when they don't have everything they. I don't speak French. Yeah, I make. So here's a Ivorian man. He wants to say hello. I make YouTube videos. Bonjour.
Ouais.
Comment tu t'appelles?
Moi, c'est Gire Suleiman.
What?
Gire Suleiman.
Jeres
Suleiman.
Salomon.
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 Oui,
Okay.
Salomon.
Enchanté.
Oui, merci
Je
beaucoup.
m'appelle Bruno.
Bruno.
Yeah, it's my daughter Bella.
Ah, ok. Merci beaucoup.
Okay, thank you.
La Côte d'Ivoire.
Yeah, Côte d'Ivoire. I love Côte d'Ivoire.
Voilà.
That's right, Côte d'Ivoire.
Merci beaucoup.
Okay. All right, buddy.
Love.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, so everyone really talks to me when I come out here. A lot of Ivorian people are so friendly, man. That's the one thing I like about being in West Africa is they're so friendly to white people. The double-edged sword of that, of course, is everyone thinks I'm rich. But yeah, I get a lot of respect here, and that's a nice thing about living here. Okay, let's go this way. One good thing. Oh, no, she's not hungry? Bella, sit down and eat. Sit down and eat. Come over here and manger. Come on, sit here. Come on, eat. Manger. You're not hungry?
Mama.
Oh my goodness. You know eat? She know eat, huh? Okay. Come on, let's eat. I'll sit with you. Come on, I'll sit with you. Bella, man, come eat. Come eat. Sit down right here. Manger. Sit down. Sit right here. Okay. Manger, eat. You're just gonna look at the camera. Okay. As usual, this video is way too long. I didn't get to finish everything I wanted to say. My thoughts get interrupted. I don't script anything. I got Bella here all the time, so it's really hard to concentrate on things. I'm having to watch her. And so anyway, and I never have a solid theme whenever I make a video. The video is supposed to be about losing friends over politics, even though I'm not really into politics. I'm so busy with having a life here in Africa that I don't really have time for that stuff. Like I said, I have to have people tell me current events that are happening in America, because for the most part, I just don't care. And whenever it's so funny that whenever you reach the age in your 50s, for some reason, some switch in your head gets focused on politics and current events. And that really is, I kind of liken it to, we live on this ocean, right? So the surface is very turbulent. And when you live up here on that surface level stuff, politics and current events, you're going to be riding these massive waves. And I dip my head up every once in a while, just like losing, this acquaintance I had on PlayStation that I game with. I really don't care about losing friends in that regard. I still have a solid, friend base for the most part, even though I'm separated from everybody by an ocean. I can still, have acquaintances here, have solid friendships for over a decade, and guys I went to Iraq with, or a guy I went to Iraq with. So I still have some friendships, but it's just so funny that losing when you're older, it's always good. It's I know fundamentally it's better to have a circle of friends and be sociable, even though I'm a little bit isolated. So I try not to, like I said a minute ago, so I try not to live on that surface level stuff because it's so emotionally taxing. And I try to stay just below that in my family life, in focusing on what I'm doing here with Bella and Michelle, and keeping, a certain, family life. And that's what I'm trying to do. So that was my point of the video. I want to try to think of a title for this video, some kind of clickbait where I'm 56 and losing friends. Maybe I'll put that up there, even though this video is not really entirely about that. But I don't do this. It's not a monetized channel. I'm not doing this to be YouTube famous. I just do this to document my life and just whatever thoughts come to in the day. My thoughts, because I have Bella and because I have a relationship, I'm consumed with that. 20 hours out of the day. Then I game, and then I try to keep some friends and keep in contact with the world. Even though I'm out here, like being in Africa is, like I said, it's like being on a deserted island and not speaking French, and I really don't care about. I know everyone wants me to speak French. Okay, let me just one last thing about that, because everybody I know here really pushes me. Oh, you have to learn French, and I really don't feel motivated to learn French. I don't know, because I'm not working and I don't have a career. I focus on Bella. I learn enough French to say pleasantries on the street, but I don't have to get drawn into conversations. And most of the people I know here speak English anyway. Michelle speaks English. I'll probably learn French eventually, just through osmosis with Bella. Right, Bella? You're gonna speak. She speaks. Well, she understands English and French already, and but her words are mostly French. Ça va and things like that. So I'll learn with her, and I'll just let it go naturally like that. I'll be immersed. I'm immersed here in the culture when I go out, but for the most part I'm at home. I have to focus on teaching her English because everyone's speaking French to her all day long. When she goes to school, she'll speak French. So I'm going to be her only English companion, probably for a good minute, for at least a lot of years in her childhood. So I have to focus on keeping her English on par with her French. So that's going to be a job in itself, I think. I don't know. I've never had a bilingual child. This will be the first time. So she's going to be bilingual right out of the gate. So I think that's going to be an advantage to her in life later on. So, I'm going to educate her. I'm going to make sure she has everything she needs to be successful in life. At least that's my goal, because I love her and I want her to have a happy life. And I have to do a lot of things on a speed run because my time is short. I've got another 20, 25 years at best. So then she'll lose me. But I don't want to leave the video off on a sour note, but that's just the realities of life. So I'm 56 and I'm losing friends, man.